It is a piping hot afternoon, my goodness. It is so, so unbelievably hot that I am struggling, but we've parked in the shade, and of course, we have all the giraffes in the world over there. Good afternoon, my name is Lauren, and once again, Rian is with me on camera. You're not going to show your thumb, Rian? That's his thumb. And we're going to sit here for a while because we do have, oh my goodness, there are even more now. So many giraffes, and some of you may recognize where we are. We're on the airstrip. Leopard lover, a kaleidoscope of giraffe. I like it. I love it that you didn't say toward our journey, and I love it that you said kaleidoscope. I'm going to go with that. I think that is a fantastic term. It is, though, and they're all just moving and interacting, touching, following, watching. Anyway, we have come to Shikudu Dam. Shikudu means rhino, so this is Rhino Dam. And we were sitting admiring the trees, thinking that we had no animal in front of us. And then all of a sudden we realized, oh my goodness, there is an animal in front of us. It happens to be a crocodile. It's not a big one, it's not a monster croc, but it is still a beautiful crocodile who you can clearly see is far too hot. We're all too hot. It's just a very hot day with very little shade, so we're going to do a bit of sitting and waiting and hoping that other animals come down to this water hole. But they are also so cool. I mean, their tail, at least in this place in Mexico, their tail is so powerful that it actually propels them out the water. These specific crocodiles are able to sort of go vertical and use their tail to pump themselves out of the water like a jet. And it's just unbelievable. They can catch flying fish, they can catch mammals on land. They've really adapted to their elements. We've been sitting here watching this bull, finally got our elephant, and we're now at Kolobeng Dam. That's the name of this dam. So we really have been dam hopping, and I don't want him to disappear. And I think he's going to. One elephant left and another one came in. Bianca, don't we all? We love the Madikwe elephants. I have to say, when I'm in Madikwe, of course I miss Djuma. When I'm in Djuma, I miss Madikwe. And the thing I missed more about Madikwe is the elephants. Really, they're really something else here. The best sightings I have had on this reserve are mostly elephants. It's incredible, and in winter it's going to get more tense around water holes. As the water holes start to empty, the water disappears, it evaporates, and it starts to sink into the groundwater table. It gets, well, in the tummy of a lot of elephants, it will disappear. And there'll only be selected pump pans, and the tension around those pans will be really quite something. We arrived in winter last year and we got to experience it, and it was just incredible.
Cute. Amazing. Let's see if this youngster what's going to do. Let's be quiet and give a beautiful moment for the sounds of the little one, how it actually do. Well done, little one. See, the elder one is a teacher. It shows how actually you can use the trunk. I want to hear it trumpeting, coming close to your vehicle. That will be nice. It is real practice make perfect. If you look at the youngster, he's now get that weed from the sister and is playing with the weed. one day for sure, the trunk is going to do the best. All what they do now here, practicing of pushing one another, it's something that elephant learn from a young stage, how to fight.
We have to be a little bit creative over here. So I've managed to actually find some nice elephant dung over here. And just look at the size of it. So I'm just going to put my shoe next to it. Can you see the size of this dung? It is ginormous. So this is most definitely an elephant bull that made this. Just the sheer size of it. It can only be an elephant bull. So let's go through what this animal's been eating and see sort of if we can tell what happened. First thing is first, look at this. Wow, that is a seed pod from a sweet thorn tree. Look at this. You can actually still pick out the seeds inside there. See that? Let's carry on and see what this animal's been eating. Here's a nice piece of stick. Look at this. This has barely even been digested. This is still very much fibrous and whole. See that? Okay, let's plonk this on the ground, add it to the collection over there. There's that little seed that we found in that pod. This is an ideal little spot for this seed to actually germinate. Because if I hit the ground here, look at this. This is hard. This is baked so solid. How would this seed ever start to germinate in that soil? It's going to be very difficult. And so this is where elephant dung comes in. This elephant dung being almost like a container of nutrients, compost if you will. So as the animal eats on the plants and maybe gets some seed pods and takes in the seeds, goes in through the digestive system, gets digested a little bit in the rear gut and passes out in the dung, the seeds can actually start germinating in here. And so often you get a little plant that starts to grow and it starts doing very, very well because there's so many nutrients in here. And then the root can actually draw through there and get underneath and actually start to penetrate the soil. And this is how you get, plants germinating in incredibly hard substrates, much like this.
Here, we've got an entire community of mushrooms and ants surviving off of one drop from an elephant's bottom. Quite something. This semi-broken down, fermenting ball of elephant dung is the home to some mycelium and some bacteria, and the fungus growing out and the spores, the fruiting body being the mushroom. Here we are with the one lone lioness of the Talamati Pride, the one we believe has got the cubs. And just before you came to us, she was calling. So she would like to know where her sisters are. See that flash on the water above her as well. That was some lightning. We haven't heard it. It's moved on and past us. I think Pridelands is getting the brunt of it. He's interested to know what's going on over here. Who's calling outside of my watering hole? Who is calling? Yeah. You know, that hippo there completely outmatches that lioness for weight and power. There's just no comparison. The youngster is very, very prone to being killed by lions. Lions is probably one of the biggest, apart from male hippos. Lions are probably the largest threat to young hippos. Oh, just in time. The jackal landmine. How cool is this? Side striped jackal in the open area. They are very wily, jackals. Although they will get chased a lot by a lion. I think they definitely do fall prey more to leopard than to lion. There you can see her over the top there. The jackal suddenly felt the eyes and was like, oh, let me just accelerate a little bit here. Got something.
Really has been a quiet day in Madikwe, but that's okay because you can always sit and appreciate everything around you. And although we're coming to the end of the sunset safari, you can see that we have the most beautiful skyline in front of us, going from the blue to the lavender to the pink, the rose pink, to the lemon yellow to the orange. There's a little bit of white in there too. And as the sun sets and night falls on us once again, don't forget we will be out tomorrow. Every day's a bumble. We will be out on our first show for tomorrow, the Sunrise Safari, the beginning of a new day.